Hi-yo, Silver!
A fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty Hi-yo, Silver, the Lone Ranger.
Looking for something, Jim?
Hello, Grant.
Thought you were in Nogales on business for the firm.
Oh, I got back late tonight, came right to the office. Thought I'd, look things over.
I see you have the account books out.
Well, what's wrong with that? I'm half owner of this firm.
You're supposed to do the traveling. I handle the office end.
All right, Grant. I'm going to put my cards on the table. For some time, I've suspected you've been manipulating the books. After what I've seen here tonight, convinces me it's true.
That's a pretty serious charge, Jim.
You bet it is. But I think you've been selling contraband rifles to the Indians and covering it up in bookkeeping. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to the marshal's office and demand an investigation.
Is he dead?
If he isn't, he will be. He's wise to us.
I didn't know you were planning to go this far, Chief.
I didn't plan it. That's the way the hand was dealt.
What do we do? Take off?
Don't be a fool. If we ran now, it'd be a dead giveaway. We'll take the body out of town and bury it.
But Jim is expected back any day. What's going to happen when he don't show up?
That's easy. I'll say I got a letter from him. He's extended his trip a month or two. That'll give me plenty of time to liquidate this business my way.
Suppose someone saw it come in tonight.
No chance of that. His horse is out and back, and he told me he came straight to the office.
Yeah, I guess we can get away with that.
Sure we can. If we keep our nerve. Come on, give me a hand.
Listen, Tonto. According to this paper, there's definite evidence that someone in this territory is supplying the reservation Indians with stolen army rifles. That fits in with the other reports we've had. It's going to be hard to find these criminals. We don't have much to go on. We'll need luck. What's the matter, Tonto?
Me not feel good, Kemo Sabe. Me feel sick.
Well, you have a fever, a high fever. When did this start?
Me not know. Fever come real fast.
Well, you take it easy. I'm going into Mineral Wells and get a doctor.
Me not need doctor, Kemo Sabe. Me be all right.
We're taking no chances. That fever might be serious.
Maybe you're right, Kemo Sabe. You want to get well real quick.
I'll be back soon.
Hello, dear.
Hello, Martha. Gosh, I'm tired.
How did it go today?
Pretty bad, Martha. 6 more new cases today. It's just about the same as last year.
It's every year, Mervyn. That dreadful fever comes like a scourge every spring.
That's right. I can't get people to do anything about it.
You've done your best, Mervyn.
I know, but it's pretty hard to stand by and see people die unnecessarily. I know it. There's no rest for the wicked.
I'll get it.
Please don't be alarmed by the mask. I'm not an outlaw.
Who are you?
I doubt if you'd know me. Are you Dr. Robbins?
That's right.
I have a friend who's very ill. I'd appreciate it if you'd come to see him.
A bullet wound, I suppose.
No, a high fever.
Another one.
I gather you're having an epidemic.
We have every year about this time. Stays about 2 months and then disappears. Where is this friend of yours?
We're camped just outside of town.
Well, I guess I better have a look at him.
I'm sorry to ask this. I realize you must be overworked.
It's all part of being a country doctor. Give me time to get my shoes on.
Fire's too close. Take him away.
You'll be all right, son. Is the fever all right? Give me some water. His case is pretty well advanced, but this medicine should fix him up. Here you are, son. Drink this.
too hot. Burn up.
Drink this, Tonto.
You bad, Kemo Sabe.
I know, but the doctor's here and he'll help you. Now, take this.
Well, I'm afraid that's all I can do now.
I appreciate your coming, Doctor.
That's all right. I just hope your friend pulls through. Some of them don't.
You say you have an epidemic like this every year?
Yep, every year about the same time.
Any idea what causes it?
Well, I've got a darn good suspicion. Here. They come along every year, same time as the fever. Now, there's got to be a connection.
Where do the mosquitoes come from?
A place called Devil's Bog. It's a swamp near town. It fills up every spring when the snow melts, and when the bog dries up, why, the fever and the mosquitoes disappear.
Where is this place?
Oh, about 2 miles from here at the end of the post road.
I'll ride over tomorrow and take a look at it. I'm interested in this theory of yours, Doctor.
You'll have no trouble finding the bog. Just follow the mosquitoes. Keep your friend well covered. And if that fever hasn't broken by tomorrow, you better get in touch with me.
Thank you, Doctor.
All right.
Good morning, Tonto. How do you feel?
Me feel good now. Fever gone.
That's fine. I'll have some breakfast for you in a moment.
He's still dizzy.
Yes, it'll take a while for you to get your strength back. You'd better stay in camp today.
But we have work to do, Kemo Sabe. Must find men who sell rifles to Indians.
That'll have to wait. Just now, I'm more interested in finding out what's causing these fever epidemics.
You have idea?
No, but Doc Robbins has, and I think he's right. Tomorrow, we'll do a little checking up. You may be able to travel some by then.
And if you find tomorrow.
Yes, I'm sure you will. This place is called the Devil's Bog, Tonto.
Me not like this place.
No, it's not very pleasant. It's the hideout of criminals. This little insect can do more to impede the expansion of the West than the deadliest outlaw we've ever faced. He's the cause of the fever you had.
Mosquito carry fever?
Yes, they transmit it to human beings when they bite.
You not have fever now, Kemo Sabe.
No, Tonto, I'm not delirious. I've known about this theory for some time. Some experiments recently completed in the East have just about proved it. This bog should be filled in. It breeds millions of mosquitoes.
That'd not be easy.
There's enough dirt on that hill to do the job if the people in the community are interested enough.
People not believe story about mosquito.
Let's ride into town and talk to Doc Robbins.
Here you are, Houston. These pills will take care of your indigestion. Take one after every meal.
Much obliged, Doc. What I owe you?
I'll send you a bill.
Well, don't make it too steep. Business is sort of slow right now, you know.
I thought you and Jim were doing pretty well.
Yeah, we were, but things started falling off. In fact, I'm thinking about selling out.
When is Jim coming back?
Got a letter from him yesterday. Be away a few more weeks yet.
Been gone a long time, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's out looking over some new territory.
He had a date to go hunting with me. Funny he didn't write me.
Guess he just forgot, Doc.
Take it easy, Houston. This man isn't an outlaw.
Then why is he wearing a mask?
I have good reason for wearing it. But this mask is on the side of the law.
How's the patient?
Me feel fine now.
Good. What can I do for you, mister?
I saw the Devil's Bog, Doctor. I think your theory about the mosquitoes is correct. That bog should be filled in.
I've thought so for a long time, but you're the first person I ever met that agrees with me.
Have you talked to the people of this town about it?
100 times. But you know how folks are. They'd rise up as one to fight hostile Indians, but they don't seem to realize that disease is just as dangerous an enemy.
Well, perhaps if you had some evidence to back up your theory, it would help.
It would help, all right, but where am I going to get the evidence?
I brought this for you to read. It's an account of an experiment in an eastern community which had a problem similar to yours. They cleared the swamp and the fever disappeared.
Say, this was written by the Surgeon General of the United States Army.
Yes, the Army conducted the experiment. They consider the results very significant.
This is impressive, mister. And it might be enough to awaken the people of this town.
You may use it if you wish.
Well, I don't know how much good it'll do, but I'd sure like to show it to the mayor and some of the leading citizens.
Just what are you proposing to do?
To fill that bog.
How?
With dirt from Powder Hill, of course. That's what we call that rise of ground, adjoining the bog.
Why, that's the craziest idea I ever heard. A complete waste of time and money.
The kind of epidemic we're having costs more than time and money. It costs lives.
Well, I'm against this scheme.
Nevertheless, I intend to talk to the mayor and Jed Wells.
Good day.
Him mad about something.
Mad or frightened, Tonto, I'm not sure which.
Anyway, he can't stop me from talking to the mayor, and I'd like for you to be here.
Perhaps the mayor might not like to meet a man wearing a mask.
Well, I'll explain your part in this to him.
Very well, I'll be here, if it'll help.
Good. I'll arrange the meeting for 8 o'clock.
All right.
The rifles just came in, Chief. We can deliver them to the reservation tonight. What's the trouble?
Oh, plenty. Doc Robbins is planning on digging up Powder Hill in order to fill in the Devil's Bog.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong? Why, you fool. Powder Hill is where we buried Jim's body.
I forgot. What do we do?
Yeah. Doc's planning on talking to the mayor about his plans tonight. I'm going to be there, that meeting. I think I know a way to stop this business.
Well, that's the story, gentlemen. I know you've been inclined to scoff at my theory in the past, but I just thought maybe that this article written by the Surgeon General of the United States Army might make you stop and listen.
May I see the article?
Of course.
There might be something to this mosquito theory, Clyde.
Well, I just can't get it through my head that anything as small as a mosquito can make a grown man sick.
There are things smaller than mosquitoes that can make a man ill, Mayor Hudkins. Science has taught us that.
Just what do you want us to do, Doc?
I want this town to fill in that bog.
That'd cost a lot of money.
If you and Jed Wells insist on it, the city council will appropriate the money.
Suppose your theory is wrong. I'd look kind of foolish then, wouldn't I? And there's an election coming up this fall.
I'd hate to think you'd let that influence your decision, Clyde.
If the doctor's theory is right, you'll win the election hands down.
I'm impressed by this article the doc showed us, Clyde.
I think we ought to go along with him.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Mr. Houston.
You weren't invited to this meeting, Houston.
No, but I understand you're discussing something of interest to me as a citizen of this town.
Oh, you've heard about this mosquito theory of Doc's?
Oh, yes, and I frankly find it quite amusing.
Your opinion doesn't interest me.
No, but perhaps it will interest the mayor. After all, I'm a taxpayer and a voter.
He's right, Doc. Houston has a right to his opinion. What do you think of the idea of digging up Powder Hill and filling in Devil's Bog?
I think it's nonsense. And I'm against the city spending the taxpayers' money for such a scatterbrained scheme.
If you block this plan, Houston, hundreds of innocent people may suffer.
Assuming that the doctor's theory is correct, and I don't believe it is. You say these mosquitoes are responsible for the fever. Is that right?
That's right.
Very well. There's one simple way to test your theory. All right, Doc. I've been bitten. Do I have the fever?
Of course not. You don't take down with it instantly. It takes several days.
How much time?
Well, no one knows that. Several days at least.
Well, gentlemen, I offer myself as a guinea pig and suggest that you postpone action on the doctor's plan until such a time as I come down with the fever.
That won't prove anything. We don't know that all mosquitoes are infected. You might not even get the fever.
Oh, so not all mosquitoes are dangerous. And tell me, just how do you propose to tell them apart? By asking them questions?
That's ridiculous. You know very well.
Oh, Houston here's put himself on the spot. Seems to me the only thing we can do now is wait.
Well, at least we understand one thing, Doc. You have the interest of the community at heart.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night, Doc.
Good night, Doc.
Well, there you have it. You can see what we're up against.
Maybe him come down with fever and prove you right.
Chances are equally good that he won't. He might even be immune.
I think Houston was aware of that, too. But he's taken a big gamble. I wonder why.
He just doesn't want that bog filled in.
Or else he doesn't want us to dig up Powder Hill.
What do you mean?
Just what I say. I don't think he cares what happens to the Devil's Bog. He just doesn't want us digging up Powder Hill.
Well, why should he be opposed to that?
I can only think of one answer to that. There must be something buried there that he doesn't want us to find.
Well, what do you think it is, Kemo Sabe?
I don't know. What sort of business is Houston in?
Oh, he's half owner in a trading company, dealing in blankets and rifles and things of that sort.
Rifles? Someone in this area has been secretly selling rifles to the reservation Indians. Tonto and I were investigating it before this other business came up.
Houston might be guilty of that. I wouldn't put anything past him. But as for his partner, Jim Arnold, he's completely honest. He wouldn't... Say, it just occurred to me, Jim is supposed to be away on a business trip. He's been gone for a long time and nobody's heard from him. Do you suppose that's why Houston don't want us digging in Powder Hill?
Now, that's something that we must find out.
Be a big job digging uphill. It'll take plenty of men.
Yeah, don't forget, I've been trying to get that job done for 2 years without any luck.
I think I know of another way to find out what's buried there.
What's your idea?
Now, listen.
What do you want, Agent? Where me find man who make test on gold? Huh? Me look for man who know all about gold. Tell of him good.
Oh, you must be looking for the assayer's office down the street.
Thank you.
Engine, what you got there?
Me not sure, but think me find gold.
Let me see that. Where'd you find this?
Place called Powder Hill, next to Devil's Bog.
Does anyone else know about this?
Me file claim, but not know yet if gold real.
You'll find the assayer's office 4 doors down. He'll give you the answer.
Me go there right now. Thank you.
I was just gonna look for you.
Did you unpack those rifles?
Forget about the rifles. We gotta head out of town fast.
What's happened?
Some Indian discovered gold on Powder Hill.
What?
He was just in here. I saw the gold, and it's a real strike. In a few hours, everybody in town will be heading for Powder Hill. They'll dig up every inch of the ground.
What rotten luck, just when we had things in hand.
We got time to make a getaway. The news isn't out yet.
You sure of that?
Yeah, the gold hasn't been assayed yet.
Good. That gives us time to do something. Come on.
Where are we going?
To Powder Hill. Dig up that body and bury it someplace else. Well, here we are.
Well, so far we're in luck. There's no one around.
Now, we'll leave the horses here. Tie them up and bring the shovel.
Powder Hill's just ahead, Tonto. We'll leave Silver and Scout here and proceed on foot. They must be on the hill now.
What we do, Kemo Sabe? Follow them?
No, the hill's too exposed. They might see us coming. We'll wait here for them. But we'd better stay out of sight.
I'm coming now, Kemo Sabe. Carry something in blanket.
Get ready, Tonto.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Bring one of the horses over here and we'll tie the body on its back.
All right, stand where you are.
The masked man.
Get your hands up, both of you.
What is this?
It's the end of the line for you, Houston.
Boss, that Indian. He's the one that discovered the gold.
Yeah, so that's it. It was just a trick.
That's right, Houston. But it was a trick that worked. You've convicted yourself.
I don't get this.
Well, there's no gold in Powder Hill, you fool. The Indian's the masked man's friend. His story was a trap, and we fell for it.
Get their guns, Tonto.
Take it easy, Injun. I got you. And better drop your guns, mister, if you want your friend to stay alive. The other one, too.
Me sorry, Kemo Sabe. Me not watch close enough.
It's all right, Tonto. They won't get away with this.
Get your hands up. You all right?
Yeah, fine. Only we got to get out of here. Their horses must be tied around here someplace. See if you can find them. We'll use one to carry Jim's body out.
What about them?
We'll take care of them. Don't worry. Well, mister, Looks like the end of the line for you now.
Don't be too sure.
I'd like to see you figure a way out of this one.
Perhaps that won't be necessary.
There's something wrong. I feel faint, dizzy. I can't stand up.
It's the fever, Houston.
Fever?
Yes, you've lost your gamble with Doc Robbins' mosquitoes. You have the fever.
No. No, I won't have it.
Kemo Sabe.
All right, Adams. The tables have turned again. Now reach.
Tell us what happened, mister.
Just as we suspected, Houston and Adams came out to dig up the body, and we caught them red-handed. We left the body at the coroner's. He identified it as Houston's missing partner.
So Houston was trying to conceal a murder.
That's right.
He's got the fever, all right.
Houston gambled once too often.
That means Doc was right about the mosquitoes in Devil's Bog.
And I hope it means that the bog will be filled in.
You can depend on it, mister. As mayor, I'll see that the job's done immediately.
And I'll back you up.
Good.
Guess we owe you an apology, Doc, for not listening to you sooner.
Oh, there's no need for that. But I do think that we all owe a vote of thanks to the masked man and his Indian friend. You see, they exposed two murderers, Houston and the mosquitoes.
You're right.
What, he's gone?
Yes, they have other business, I suppose.
We don't even know who he is.
You should have guessed it by now. I did. He's the Lone Ranger.
Silver!